The Narwal Freo Z Ultra, a follow-up to the brand's Freo X Ultra, was introduced with great admiration at IFA, Europe's largest electronics expo. LiDAR navigation, 2 RGB cameras, and an increase in suction power from 8,200 to 12,000 pascals are notable improvements. Simply said, it takes up more dirt and is more adept in adaptive cleaning and obstacle avoidance. During my testing, I discovered that the Z Ultra was quite good at vacuuming and cleaning hard surfaces, but it was less effective on carpet. Since the finest manual vacuums for carpet always have greater power and better filters, I have tried several of the best robot vacuums and have not yet found one that can manage dirty carpets. Because I didn't have to bother about setting the power level or speed or zone off carpets to prevent them from getting wet, I really like the clever automation. Being a germaphobe, I really appreciated this robot's cleanliness, which includes cleaning and drying itself after each use. Although I would have preferred a fast alternative for spot cleans, its mapping capabilities were also excellent. A lot of robots let you mark an area on the map where a spill has occurred and send the robot right there to clean it up. I was only able to do this in video mode, which allows you to manually control the vacuum. The video's connection problems and many flat refusals were the problem here. This is not ideal if you've spilled anything that may be stained and requires immediate care. Additionally, I had some bin-related problems, and although cleaning was quite time-consuming, it was well worth the wait. The Narwal Freo Z Ultra is best suited for tech-savvy customers who can understand fine-tuning settings and value an integrated app, and it is perfect for big houses with a lot of hard floors. Those who are impatient or technophobic may want to avoid it. Launched in October 2024, the Narwal Freo Z Ultra retails for $1,499.99 and is now available for purchase in the US and Australia. It falls squarely into the premium pricing range as a result. There is no denying that the Narwal Freo Z Ultra is an expensive robot vacuum that leads the market in both North America and Australia. Waiting for seasonal deals might save you a few bucks. 2 choices for accessory packs are available. Option 1 will cost an additional $259.99 and include a variety of brushes, mop pads, dust bags, and detergents. Option 2 costs $100 and includes some of the most popular accessories. For $79, you may also purchase a 1-year extended warranty plan. A refill detergent costs $29.99, so it's worth doing the arithmetic before choosing which choice to start with, since purchasing the accessories separately can quickly add up. Despite being an expensive device, the Narwal Freo Z Ultra is the greatest mopping robot I've ever used and will save you a ton of time. I wouldn't purchase it just to vacuum, but when combined, they could be worth the money. I was thankful for the hand grips in the base station while setting the bulky device next to a power outlet, since I required an additional pair of hands to unload the Z Ultra when it arrived in a large package. Both a more thorough user handbook and a basic instruction card for initial setup are included. I inserted the detergent, added clean water, and installed the side brushes using the former. Removing many educational stickers from the vacuum unit and base station gave my daughter a great deal of delight. The Freo Z Ultra and base station have a really fashionable look, which is fortunate since it's difficult to conceal. Space gray or galaxy white are your options. It has 2 camera eyes at the front and all the edges are gently curved, giving it the adorable vibes of Pixar's WALL-E, exactly how I like my robot vacuums. Everything is easily accessible, and the different lids and coverings come off without causing any damage to fingernails. This robot includes 2 spinning side brushes that have a decent length for squeezing into corners, as well as 2 giant microfiber-style mops that velcro on below. In addition to brushes for carpets and hard floors, the primary roller brush incorporates a rubber flipper section and an effective anti-hair tangle design. I was thrilled to avoid the tedious chore of chopping large swaths of hair from around a roller, since I have 2 kids and 2 spaniels who seem to molt all year round. A fluffy baseboard duster that fastens with Velcro on one side and is intended to collect dust from the tops of your skirting boards as it travels around the room's boundaries is one unique element I haven't seen anywhere else. 2 sizable containers for clean and dirty water are located at the base station of the Narwal Freo Z Ultra. These are simple to pull in and out, but you may have to clean up a little flood if the lid of the dirty water reservoir is not securely latched on. Additionally, there is a dust collecting bag and a space for the included bottle of floor cleaning solution. Given that the detergent modules cost over $30 each, it's convenient that the bot functions without them. The base has a neat small glass strip that displays the ionization of the water. Take a look if you like seeing bubbling water, even if it's unclear why the water has to be ionized. A map of the home is the first task every robot vacuum must do, and this little beauty finished it in 17 minutes. This is outstanding considering that we have a lot of little spaces and barriers. The mapping was exact and precise. I like that the chart indicated the locations of the carpets and rugs. Often, you must add your own, which necessitates some guessing about exact placement. It was simple to split rooms, create no-go zones, and give each space a name. I'll go into more detail about the app later. The option to choose from a large menu that includes mop, vacuum, mop and mop then vacuum is another benefit of the Freo Z Ultra. I've tried a few types that don't only let you mop. I filled the water tank and set the Freo Z Ultra to vacuum and mop my whole ground floor, which is mostly made of engineered wood with some terracotta, porcelain, luxury vinyl, and of course, carpet and rugs, once I had mastered the settings. Quite varied back then. Although I could customize the cleaning settings, the Freo Z Ultra has an AI mode that automatically adjusts to different floor types and dirt levels using a variety of sensors and cameras. During my 3-week trial period, this became my go-to option since it eliminates the mental strain of setup. The Freo Z Ultra's ability to avoid obstacles was the first thing I noticed. It didn't bump into furniture or corners or drag wires or dog toys across the floor. I never once received the notification that the roller brush was stuck, which is often a sign that a robot has consumed an inappropriate object. Additionally, it was quite good at powering over thresholds and my obnoxious chair legs, which are often grounded by robot vacuums and spin wildly until they display a stuck error message. The second thing I saw was that while in mop mode, it doesn't reach very near to the edges. There was at least an inch of bone-dry flooring around the room's perimeter, as well as any floor-level furniture like our kitchen units and sideboard, but as I was vacuuming, I could see the tiny, spidery side brushes dragging dog hair and dander in from the periphery. Regarding edges, I apologize, but the robot's little, fluffy baseboard duster will only function if your baseboards are really low. Our Victorian home's baseboards are rather high, so they don't reach the tops, like those of many vintage homes. It's surprising that the Freo Z Ultra doesn't have any water on board. Rather, before cleaning, it fills its mops with warm, soapy water at the base station. I was worried that there might be dry areas on the flooring, but the moisture content was just right, either too wet nor too dry. The main drawback is that it requires several trips back to refill with water, which might prolong cleaning time, particularly in rooms that are furthest away from the base. For instance, mopping our utility and hallway, a mere 40 square meters, took 1 hour and 19 minutes. The Freo Z Ultra took a tiresome 2 hours and 41 minutes to vacuum and clean the whole ground floor, which is 68.3 square meters. If I ordered it to vacuum and then mop instead of doing them one after the other, just think of how long that would take. I was not interested in learning. A robot that works for more than 2 hours has never been tested by me. The robot autonomously empties the trash, cleans its mop heads, and dries them when it gets back to base after vacuuming and mopping. The latter takes a few hours, but you won't notice it since it's so silent. The program clogged up and was unable to self-empty, thus I had to set the bin emptying to happen every time it ran. The onboard bin is so little that it is hardly surprising. Even yet, it was annoying that the trash can sometimes failed to empty itself despite its claims to the contrary. The ability to view via your robot's eyes and remotely operated around your house is perhaps the most intriguing of the few additional functions. As a result, you may use it as a security bot or to send it to certain areas to check on your pets. You must explicitly turn on this mode if you want to utilize it since it isn't enabled by default. The outcomes of our routine vacuuming experiments, which used a fine mixture of flour and biscuits in one test and oats in another to simulate bigger particles, were inconsistent. In the end, the Freo Z Ultra performed well on the hard flooring. To get everything up, at least 3 passes and maximum power mode were required. The robot seemed to take far more time cleaning up the area where I had created my test spills than really cleaned up the problem, even though I had created my 1M by 1M test area using various no-go zones on the map. This made me severely doubt Narwal's assertions that it uses its tiny cameras and sensors to pinpoint and home in on dirt. The outcomes of oats on carpet were mediocre. It took 3 passes until they vanished, and the robot moved everything about quite a bit. Maybe the dog helped.
At my friend's wedding, one fine day, I met him there in the month of May. Eyes like the sky, so deep and true, I can't stop thinking, oh, what to do. We danced in light, neath stars so bright. He smiled like dawn, chasing the night. Laughter shared with every glance. In that moment we found our chance. But the night did end, kiss said goodbye, left alone with memories and a sigh. His face in dreams comes to me still. Met him once and I always will. In my heart a little hum, can't stop thinking about him. Is this love?
The fine mix removal on carpet was very disappointing. After 3 tries, I gave up and pulled out my cordless vacuum. This isn't good news, but I would say that you don't frequently get this much concentrated dust, and I've usually been pleased with the way it cleaned my carpets overall. Then I experimented with the mop function by spilling ketchup and Ribena juice on our cloakroom's porcelain tiles, letting them dry. Even though it took 2 attempts to get the dried-on ketchup to work, these outcomes were far superior. Narwal claims that 2 revolving mop heads that spin at 180 RPM and use 1.2 kilograms of force are responsible for this amazing mopping. This spinning technology is the closest I've found to simulating actual mop labor. Other robot mops I've tried either have a vibrating mop or just pull a static mop pad along, and the outcomes demonstrate it. It seems that this robot also evaluates the wastewater to determine if a second cleaning run is necessary, but I had to decide for myself with the ketchup. The Freo Z Ultra assumed it was finished after only 1 try. Our last test consists of setting a shoe, sock, and charging cord on the ground to assess navigational abilities. The Freo Z Ultra performed well in this test, approaching the items just far enough to clean their surroundings without touching any of them. The Freo Z Ultra has a run duration of slightly over 2 hours 15 minutes, which is about average for a high-end robot, and charges in around 2.5 hours, which is a little faster than usual. If it runs out of power during a cleaning cycle, which is also the standard, it automatically goes back to the base to charge. It never worked on a single charge if I asked it to clean the whole home, but I normally clean the dirty rooms more regularly, and that was done without stopping to recharge. When it comes to noise, I am very intolerable. I can't concentrate when there are loud robots rattling about the home. Fortunately, my decibel meter app recorded a maximum noise level of 60 to 70 dB, making the Freo Z Ultra one of the quietest robots I've tested, particularly while in mopping mode. Although the noise levels are much lower than those of a typical vacuum, you may still program the robot to operate when you're not home if you still find them annoying. The Freo Z Ultra is simple to clean and maintain. The mop heads are automatically cleaned with hot water and dried after each use, and the internal bin pulls out for emptying if it hasn't already emptied into the base station. This is crucial to stop germs from growing in the mop heads and spreading throughout your house. It rattled through the clean water in the tank because of all this self-cleaning, but I would say that's a tiny price to pay. I had to replenish it before most cleaning sessions. As with other robot vacuums, it's crucial to maintain the cleanliness of the sensors and charging connections, which is a simple wipe-over procedure. During the 3-week test period, the roller brush did not clog, but if it had, it would have clipped out extremely simply. Additionally, I did not fill the dust bag in the base station. When it is full, it just clips out and fits directly into the bin. Narwal suggests cleaning the filter once a week, which is as easy as tapping out the dust and removing it from beneath the robot's top cover. It has to be changed every 3 to 6 months. Creating personalized cleaning plans, modifying settings, and tracking cleaning progress in real life are all made simple by the Narwal Freo Z Ultra app's ease of use and intuitiveness. Use a 2.5 GHz Wi-Fi connection rather than a 5 GHz one when connecting. You can clean in Freo Mind mode, which gives the robot complete control over power levels, patterns, and passes, if you want a simple existence. Every cleaning program has a number of customization options for control freaks, including mopping humidity, coverage accuracy, detergent usage, and more. I love that I could select the cleaning order for a thorough house cleaning, but you can also pick which rooms to clean. To ensure that the areas I spend the most time in are finished first, I, for instance, arrange it to begin in the kitchen, then the hallway, and finally the dining room. Additionally, you may add no-go zones, separate rooms, and combine rooms. To keep you updated on cleaning progress, the app also offers cleaning history and alerts. We're barely talking seconds, but I did notice a lot of lag between launching the app and the robot synchronizing. The lack of a spot clean option often irritated me, although it could be included in a future update. I'll sum up by saying that the Narwal Freo Z Ultra, which combines vacuuming and mopping into one stylish device, has strong AI technology that eliminates the need for mental and physical labor to maintain clean floors. It was a terrific choice for busy houses with primarily hard floors since it never went lost, got stuck, or ate items it shouldn't have. It also destroyed my mopping tests. It's not very good at carpets, but fortunately I don't have many. Alright guys, that's all from me today. I hope you found the video informative. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.